Good evening, everybody, or shall I say good morning. Christy from Happy and Healthy TV with you guys at 1:30 a.m. in good old New York. I'm still working. Typically, you guys see me up late at night. I'm a little bit of a night owl. It is Saturday, and we have somebody having a party down the block from my house, which is almost always going on, so there's some really loud music. Gotta love my neighborhood for having that. Anyway, so let's bring up what we're going to be talking about tonight. So, in the spirit of what I dealt with all day today with patients, which was digestive wellness, I figured let me pull out some stuff. I just literally went in my refrigerator and pulled out some of my favorite digestive wellness products. So, hooray, we're doing a product review today on actually 4 different products. So, I'm really excited to bring that to you guys today. And I'll be tasting this stuff in front of you guys too to see if I like it or not, because a couple of things are new. Some things I've tried before in the past. So, let's get on with this. So, in my local grocery store today, and I'm always on the lookout, picking out new things, and trying to find stuff that's going to help my patients and also me. We know that I have Crohn's disease and Lyme disease and other interesting things that have come from having Lyme meningitis. So, the first thing we're going to talk about today is called Health Aid Kombucha. It's a bubbly probiotic tea. So, what is kombucha? A lot of people look at me and they're like, what is that? I don't know what it is. Well, let's look at this. It's on the side. It's very cute. You got a little apple there, and he's saying, follow your gut, which I think is adorable. This is a fermented beverage that's actually made from black and green tea. So when they process this, or not process it, but they ferment it, a lot of times you'll see stuff floating around on the bottom of the bottle that looks a little interesting. Those are probiotics that are naturally occurring after something has been fermented. If you check out what this label says, it claims it's incredibly crisp with a hint of cider. Oh, that's good. I like apple cider. An organic, I'm sorry, I can't read upside down and backwards today. Our organic and raw pink lady apple kombucha is truly nature's treat. So that's interesting, and looking at that. So the question is here, is what exactly do you do with something like this particular product here? Why would this be beneficial? Well, again, got a lot of probiotics in it. There's polyphenols. There's actually amino acids floating around in here. So for any patient that I have that's having issues, I always recommend kombucha. So I haven't tried this yet, so I'm actually going to give this a shot. Just a word of advice on this. Don't shake these. It'll explode just like soda would. So same concept. Down the hatch for this one. Well, that's really good. Yeah, kombucha really tastes more or less, well, it does have a crisp taste to it. Okay, the label was right. Kombucha, again, really good at balancing out your good bacteria ratio versus bad. Again, you're getting amino acids and polyphenols and things like that. So I recommend if you have any type of stomach issue, or even if you don't, just for general overall health, this is a really great product to try. So I will definitely pick this up again. And I would probably do, you could drink the whole bottle if you wanted to. I mean, it certainly wouldn't hurt you. Just to give an idea, there's about 7 grams of sugar in here, and there are 2 servings per bottle. So, you know, it's looking at 2 8-ounce servings, so this is a 16-ounce bottle. And it's basically filtered water, kombucha culture, which is yeast and bacteria cultures, organic black tea, organic green tea, organic evaporated cane juice, that's sugar, just another word for that, guys, if you weren't aware of that already. I'm always teaching my patients alternative names for sugar, because people hide things in there. This has got some cold-pressed organic apple juice, which if it's cold-pressed, that's the highest quality that you can get. So, and pink lady apples are really sweet, so that does give it that nice crisp taste. So I definitely agree with that on this particular product. So this is also gluten-free. It's organic, of course. And it's also certified raw. When something is raw, it means it's untouched. That means it's not been processed, which is awesome. So we appreciate that. Question for people that have yeast overgrowth problems. Should you consume this? Nutritionists are divided on this topic, actually. Some nutritionists believe, or nutrition professionals think, that having a probiotic when you have a yeast issue should not be on your dietary regime. However, there are some nutritionists like myself who think that adding something like this is still beneficial. I found with certain products, certain kombuchas, and we're going to feature one in just a second, that quite frankly, like, my digestion is so much better when I consume stuff like this. Even if I have a bad stomach ache or something like that's going on, this definitely helps out. The thing to be concerned about with something like this, and it doesn't actually state this on this particular label here. Let me just double check. Yeah. Kombucha should not be consumed if left unrefrigerated for an extended period of time. If you are pregnant or you are breastfeeding, you should not use this, or be careful using it. Consult your doctor, consult a professional like myself. The reason for that is because due to natural fermentation, so just like when we ferment alcohol, there are trace amounts of alcohol in here, like really small amounts. You definitely could drink this whole bottle. It's not like you're going to get drunk or buzzed or anything like that. That small amount of alcohol in there, though, I have to tell you, though, does kind of calm the stomach down too. So it's kind of interesting. Again, that's naturally occurring alcohol because it is a fermented product. And you guys can't see through the bottle on here, but there is stuff kind of floating around on the bottom. And it's cute all over it. It says follow your gut on the top of here. So this is a really cute little product. So thank you, Health Aid Kombucha, for making this bubbly, nice probiotic tea that's very, very delicious. So I'd say definitely do that. If you're looking for another brand, this is a big, big bottle here of kombucha. Synergy makes an excellent organic kombucha. This one is gingerberry. I usually get the one that's just plain old ginger, because ginger, as we know, is really good if you have stomach upset. If you have the chills, it'll get rid of it, which is pretty cool. So that's a great product. I'm not going to taste this in front of you guys because I've tasted this a million times. This is a staple in my refrigerator. You'll almost never open my refrigerator and not see kombucha in there. It's the first thing that I grab when my stomach is bothering me, or just to keep my stomach from not bothering me, keeping my probiotics up. So patients ask me all the time, how do I get probiotics naturally in my diet? Check that out. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, if I drank this entire bottle, I would probably feel a little bit funny, per se, because again, this does have some naturally occurring alcohol in it. And oh wow, this expires on my birthday, so I have to drink this before November 12th. So that's actually pretty funny. I didn't realize that when I picked up this bottle. So if you guys take a look at this, GT's, the company, has been around forever. I think they make the best kombucha I've ever tried, and they really do have a lot of flavors. So I do recommend this one highly. It's probably one of the better ones. Never buy kombucha if you see it in a not glass container. The plastic, actually, being that it is a fermented product, would suck that in, and it would just be really nasty. You'd get a lot of byproducts from plastic from that, and you don't want that in your beverages, of course, especially since this was already organic, and that would just kind of like ruin the whole concept of it being organic. But if you look on the back here, the regular ginger one, all over it talks about how it has tons of polyphenols and amino acids in it. So we know the amino acids are our building blocks to protein, so that's a really important product. So this has got a really, really cool flavor in it. The ingredients on this one, this is great. This one per 16 ounces, and there's 6 servings for this particular bottle. It's got probiotics, Bacillus coagulans, GBI 30, 60, 86, which is 1 billion organisms. This has got S. boulardii in it, which is really hard to find. That's an excellent probiotic that's actually really good at fighting off candida. So I recommend that for people with candida or people who have SIBO, small intestinal bacteria overgrowth. There you go. That's good for that too. This has got glucoric acid in it, 10 milligrams there, 10 milligrams of polyphenols, another 25 milligrams of lactic acid, and then it also has acetic acid in it, which is 30 milligrams. So this has got some really good amino acids, again, that are kind of naturally occurring and floating around in here. Excuse me, same ingredients as the other product, almost. It's got GT's kombucha culture, which is proprietary. They don't list any more information about it. Of course, black tea, green tea's in here too. This one's got kiwi juice, blueberry juice, fresh pressed ginger juice, and it says it's made with 100% pure love. So, gotta say, feel the love in this stuff. And again, if you guys look at the bottom, I don't know if you can really tell because of the color of this, it's got some probiotics floating around on the bottom. So, I don't, recommend to throw those out. That's what you want. Again, you cannot shake these. So, if you're trying to get the probiotics to kind of come up to the top, maybe I would do this and leave it like that for a second and kind of, there you go. You'll see kind of probiotics. You can't really tell, but they are kind of floating around those little pieces around on the top. So, that's good for you. Okay, so here's another one that we've got here. This one here has got farmhouse cultures. This is called Gut Shots. I happened to see this in the store a couple months back. This one is ginger with beet. Beets are really good for blood circulation. So if you have diabetes or some sort of circulatory problem like peripheral neuropathy like I do, good stuff. So I would try something like this. In addition to that, again, this has got 110 billion CFUs of lactic acid, bacteria per bottle at the time of manufacture. So what's the deal with that? Patients ask me that all the time. So when they tested this, it did have 110 billion CFUs of that lactic acid probiotic in there. But the longer a product sits, typically you'll start to lose the amount of beneficial organisms and bacteria that are in there. So I recommend always keep this stuff refrigerated, because if you do leave it out for a period of time, you're going to wind up with a rancid, disgusting product. And when I say a long time, I mean like less than an hour. Like, you really shouldn't be leaving this stuff out. That's definitely of concern. This one has L. pinosus platerium in it, which is a bacterium, L. paraplaterium, L. coronesis, L. brevis, and L. homisi. This is a different one. I've never actually even seen that probiotic before. So this is a broad spectrum. This has got a lot of cool stuff in it. The ingredients on here are actually green cabbage, water, red beets, ginger, sea salt. Everything's organic. That's it. So let's try a little tiny bit of this. Yeah, that just like tastes like beets. So if you like the taste of beets, which I do, this is really good stuff. This one on the side says, tantalize your taste buds. It just did that. My tongue is like tingling now. It's fun. And feed your body, mind, and spirit with our probiotic and wildly flavorful gut shots. Should do a commercial for these people. Sip it, shoot it, or boost your favorite recipes. But you'll be hooked once your body discovers the savory, pleasingly tart drink. It is like tart. It's got a really good taste to it. So I would recommend this. Farmhouse Culture is a really good brand. Anything that they put out is good. They do have different flavors of this. Whole Foods carries this. In my area up in the Northeast in New York, we have Stop and Shop, which is a division of, goodness, I forget which grocery store owns that. I do apologize, guys. I'll update that later on in a video. But anyway, you should be able to find this just about anywhere. Of course, you can look online. So, have all that stuff. So, some tummy boosting, happy stuff with probiotics. So now, what if you do if you've got a really bad stomachache and you're having issues? This is a product called Ginger Soother, and I found this also in my local grocery store, but you can find this just about anywhere. Love this stuff. It's got a really great ginger taste to it. The ingredients in here are just filtered water. There's a little honey in there, ginger juice, lemon juice. Why would I say this is good? If somebody had a cold or a stomachache, I would go for this right away. Ginger is antimicrobial. Yay, go ginger, which means it gets rid of yeast, bacteria, virus, fungus. Okay? So if you've got anything like that going on or any type of infection, the cool thing as a nutritionist is I don't really need to know what type of infection it is, and I can recommend this. And 90% of the time that this will help out. I would do this with a boost of vitamin C. The other nice thing in here that it does have honey in it. It doesn't say it's raw honey, though. So that's a little sad. Raw honey has a lot of great properties to it, excuse me. One of the great properties to raw honey is it actually helps with allergies. It helps boost immunity. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff if you look up honey in terms of why it's good for you. So I would definitely take a look at something like this here. This is manufactured by a company called the Ginger People. So obviously they're very much into ginger. And if you look on the bottom here, kind of shake this around. This you can shake without having an issue. There's ginger all over the bottom of this bottle here, and it kind of is squishing all around. This has got a really nice spicy ginger taste to it, I guess is the best way for me to describe it. Ginger's got that little bit of spice going on to it. So it's pretty good. Again, this has got a little bit of lemon juice in it, which is going to give you some vitamin C. This one has naturally occurring sugar in it, of course, only. There is no added sugar to this at all whatsoever. This is not organic, but it's still something I would go to. And you see the claim on the bottom is to soothe the stomach, drive away the chills. So again, somebody with a Crohn's or colitis flare-up, when you're getting that horrible thing going on, when you have to go to the bathroom or you're puking and you get the chills and fever, that really stinks. So this is really good to throw in the mix. So, all right, guys. So those are my 4 products that we reviewed today. Again, we shout out to Farmhouse Culture for making really cool ginger beet shots. So if people are at a party and doing shots with alcohol, you can take shots of that instead. The Ginger People for making their Ginger Soother. We've got Health Aid Company making this really cool kombucha. And, of course, GT's kombucha, which I think is fantastic. And I guess my cat evidently wants some because she's come out to say hello. All right, guys. So if any questions or comments, please go ahead and leave them in the box below for me. If you have Crohn's disease or colitis, IBS, IBD, fill in the blankety-blank digestive disorder, I do specialize in those problems, and I've been working with patients on that for going on 12 years already now. So yay me for my 12-year tenure as a nutritionist. February will be 12 years of me practicing. Anyway, so we celebrate that. So these are, like I said, my favorite products. And if you guys looked inside my refrigerator, you'd probably laugh. There's a lot of different stuff with, or different products that I have that are great for your stomach. So again, those are things that I specialize in. I've been working with that both personally and professionally for many years now. So if you guys have any other questions, you can always shoot me an email at Christie@happyandhealthywellness.com. Visit us on Facebook. Check out our YouTube page. As you guys know, we usually feature a product review at least once a week. I pick out a vitamin out of, or an amino acid or a mineral out of a hat once every week for you guys, so I can review that and go over that with you. And then, of course, we have my occasional funny vitamin M videos with me jumping around and dancing and playing the flute. You guys haven't seen those in a while. I've been mostly in nutrition mode, so any fun requests on that one, guys, let me know. I was worked with quite a few patients today, and we put the happy and the healthy today. Definitely got my patients healthy, but we did work on the happy quite a lot. We had a fun time working with patients. So if you have any questions about that, certainly feel free to call us at 631-835-5003. Or again, you could shoot me an email at Christie@happyandhealthywellness.com. All right, guys, hope you hit the subscribe button below to hear more cool product reviews and videos. Again, this was dedicated mostly to people with digestive problems for digestive wellness, so I'm happy to go ahead and share these great products with you. My cat just meowed, so she's agreed with that, evidently. And I hope that you guys have a great night or a great day, wherever you're coming to me from. And thanks for watching, as always. Take care, guys. Love you. Bye.